It's the book of Alpha running, man, homie. Read it or weep. Using pimp principles to deal with women from a position of power and control the dynamic. The dating dynamic, the relationship dynamic, the marriage dynamic, the girlfriend dynamic, the jump off dynamic, the side chick dynamic, all the dynamics with which you deal with women, the business dynamic. See, let me tell you something. Dating is tricking. Whining and dining is tricking. Pursuing is tricking. Seeking arrangements is tricking. OnlyFans is tricking. Going to the strip club is tricking. For two reasons. Anytime your end goal is sex, the first time you give something for it other than time, and I ain't talking about a lot of time, I'm talking about the time it take to get in it, get off, and get out. It's tricking. Ain't no man on the planet can sit in the face of a bona fide pimp and say that the way the dating game played today ain't tricking. No man can. Man, they'll run him out of there after they get through schooling him. Now, granted, none of these guys profess to be, anything that resembles the pimping. None of these guys profess to try to apply those principles to their lives or any of that. They don't try to apply them to the square world. Regardless of that, once you use a term like game, let me tell you something about game. Game ain't something you can do. Game is a thing. Game exists. Game is a world. You play the game. You can't have game. You play the game. The game is its own entity. No one can own the game. So whatever this stuff is that they call in game, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's ability to speak properly to him. I don't know what it is. But you can't take the essence of the game and then say that you possess it. Game cannot be possessed. The strongest pimps on the planet can't possess the game. The game chews people up and spit them out all the time, man. Keep the tricking simple, man. Keep the pimping simple, keep the tricking simple. Let me tell you the pimp way to deal with women. From the jump. You got to make all interaction with women start on a business first perspective. They have to start on a business first level. That's why I tell you guys all the time, man, I ain't got no time to deal with a woman who can't contribute nothing to my process. She got to be able to contribute something to my process. Her first interest in me needs to be business. You understand? Because my first interest in her is going to be business. I ain't cutting no woman who ain't contributing nothing to my process. She don't deserve for me to cut her. She don't deserve for me to touch her. She don't deserve for me to do nothing. But tell her I hope she have a nice life. There ain't nothing she can give me if she can't contribute to my process. All of those other things pale in comparison to anything about contributing to my process. When you cut a woman who not contributing to your process, man, you carrying dead weight. She's dead weight. Whatever connection you make with her is a dead weight connection. It doesn't benefit your process. It doesn't benefit your life. It gets you something that you can give yourself. I masturbate before I cut a woman that ain't contributing to my life, bruh. That's real talk, because I'm contributing to my life. If a woman gonna get the pleasure of getting me off, man, she gonna be contributing to my life. And notice I did say the pleasure of getting me off. You know why? Because the pleasure is hers. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you 4 things that happen, 5 things, if you will, that happen when you make the interaction with a woman start business first. First off, you avoid blessing an unworthy woman with your alpha king presence. Unworthy as in can't benefit your process. You avoid that. If you start off business, you automatically find what she can contribute to your process. You don't go along and then you cut her and then you trying to find out if you can keep her. Can you keep her? The bottom line is this. If you don't value yourself enough to view yourself as a prize, let me tell you what viewing yourself as the prize means. It means that when you come into a woman's life, you're a gift to her. I tell women this all the time. I don't know what you've been doing with your life, baby girl, but obviously God is pleased because he saw fit to bless you with me. He has delivered something into your world that can do nothing but help you become a better version of yourself. And I doubt if you got anybody else around you who can do that for you effortlessly, without even trying, baby. Just by being, I'm gonna make you somebody that you didn't even know you could be. She ain't never heard that from nobody else. It don't sound like game, because she ain't never heard it from nobody else. That's a bold statement for a man to make. You got to know what you represent in order to make that statement confidently. Another thing you do when you make the interaction start business first, you force her to prioritize your calls, unlike the dating phone tag bullshit. See that dating phone tag bullshit where you call her, she don't call you back. You text her, she don't text you back to the next day, all that. If you start business first, she gonna prioritize business. And if she ain't on top of her business game, when she prioritize business, that's your first opportunity to chastise her like a child. Hey, look at here, shawty, look. I mean, if we're gonna do business, we're gonna do business. You know, I don't really know what kind of game you playing or what you think business is, but I do business with respectable business people. I'm a reputable businessman myself. So when it comes to business, we don't play this, it ain't an important thing. You understand? If you want to do business with me, then you're gonna treat business like it matters to you. Now, what I just told her I was gonna do, improve her life. Automatically right there, by chastising her, I did two things. I improved her life by making her improve her business acumen. I mean, if she's not already on that tip. And I also improved her interaction with me, because now she knows when I hit her up, I put it on her mind. When I hit her up, I'm hitting her up about business. Now, wherever I take it, once we get on the phone, we can start off business and I can take it wherever I want to. You understand what I'm saying? But every call gonna be about business. It's gonna always start out business, because the moment she can't contribute to my business, I'm gonna drop her. The moment she can't contribute to my business, I'm gonna drop her. I can just be by myself before I deal with a woman who ain't gonna contribute into my business, man. If she can't contribute to my business, man, I don't need her around me. She doesn't have any value, bruh. Now, the third thing that making all interaction start business first affords you is you get to bypass all them tricking off dates where you try to convince her of your value and pay your way to possibly play, because they become business luncheons. See, let me tell you what happens when every time you meet a woman, it's a business luncheon. That way you always meet her in the daytime, because your evening time hours are your most valuable hours, whether you're going out, whether you're getting with other women, whether you're resting and relaxing, whether I'm coming on here doing my show, whether you're doing something else, whether you work out at night, whether you watch your favorite show at night. Whatever you do, your evening hours, your sunset hours are the most valuable time of your day, because they're the time where you finally get to wind down. Most of us. They're the most valuable time of your day. And so you got to, even giving a woman that time, she has to earn it. So these business luncheons, they always happen during daytime. It may be a business brunch. Business only takes place during brunch and lunch. So whenever I meet her, to her, it's kind of like a date, but it's a business luncheon. Let me tell you what happened with a business luncheon. Everything is automatically Dutch. She knows on the business lunch, she got to pay for her own stuff. And what happens is you get to determine how far into you she is, because when a woman really gets into you like that, that's when you gonna hear, well, no, don't worry about it. I got this one. I got this. I said, no, don't worry about it, Charlotte. I mean, this is just a business lunch. You don't have to. No, I got it. It's nothing. I got it. You told me a lot today. I got it. Bam. Now you got her in the mindset of that these dudes be chasing and dating women to get them in without even trying to get her in there, because you buy business. And besides it automatically being Dutch, you showcase your most confident, intellectual, independent alpha self, because the discussion always starts, at least, centered on your business and the boss of it. And who's the boss of your business? You guessed it, you. So every time she meets you, you on some boss talk. I'm talking about proven boss talk that you've proven because she's doing business for you. So she starts to view you as a boss. The more she get caught up, she starts to view you as her boss. Because if you're a boss, if you're an alpha king, that's the only way you deal with women. And that's from a position of power, a position of dominance, a position of my way or no way. If a woman don't like that, she can move on. If I meet 100 women and 99 of them don't like that, I ain't lost nothing. Because the one that likes that and the one that goes with that, she's going to be the one, man, that benefits my life. And she's going to be able to play multiple roles in my life if I allow her to. It's a simple thing, man. This ain't hard, man. You understand what I'm saying? Once you figure it out and figure out what really works with women, man, and understand that nothing works with all women, And then if you understand nothing works with all women, which you should, because the cold approach, the odds of the cold approach are so low. Man, you cold approach, it's not that cold approaching a woman is anything except foolish. The odds are so low that you're actually gonna get the woman, that why would you waste your time doing that? Once you realize that nothing works for every woman, and then you accept the fact that the odds of the cold approach are low, then you'll try this and you'll realize that when you do this, you have low incidence of contact with women that's worthless. So if you cold approach 100 women, you only get 3, 97 of those women were a waste of your damn time. And I don't want to hear no beta male simp man Johnny come here talking about, well, it taught you confidence and it taught you how to interact with women. How the hell you learn how to interact with women when they're turning you down? You're failing at your interaction with women if they're turning you down. It's not a positive to get turned down by women. You don't learn nothing except that woman don't want you. And then that woman don't want you. And then the other 95 women don't want you. Come on, man. We alpha kings. We don't learn nothing from having the woman who is beneath us reject us. What we look like over here, man. The fourth thing that making our interaction star business first does is she always shows up to show out, looking her best and presenting the qualities she hopes will secure her a position on your team. When you start out business, the woman always shows up with the best thing she has to offer, the most valuable thing she has to offer. Notice she ain't coming showing up with no sex, because it's the least valuable thing she has to offer. She's coming with all of her best credentials up front. That is how you determine if the woman can really benefit you. I got a business brunch set up next week, man, with a graphic designer chick, man. So this is just how it goes. When I tell you guys these things, man, I don't make them up. When she shows up and shows out, man, looking her best, you get to see the best this woman has to offer in all ways, physically, socially, of course, career-wise. You make her show her value. The problem with guys, they don't know how to make a woman show their value. They cut her first, and then they want to, what value she got? No, you already chose the value. Her value to you is sex. Don't try to play the game now. The fifth thing that making all interactions business first does for you is it gives you a different engagement with the woman. You see, this versus approaching women and chasing them for sex, this is the difference between the young calf telling his dad, Dad, let's run down the hill and knock off one of those heifers. And the bull say, nah, son, let's casually stroll down that hill and knock them all off. We're bulls. This is a grown bull mindset. All of that other stuff, that's the little calf mindset. Let me go chase it. Let me go get it as fast as I can. Let me chase it. You ain't got to chase it. You ain't got to chase it if you give it a reason to wait there for you. You just walking down. Women love to chase. They take off running when you chase them. Let me tell you something. Let a pit bull just come walking down the street. You might be a little cautious. You might be ready to kick him in the face or, break his back or whatever you got to do if he decide that he want to try to, lock on you that day. But let a pit bull come running, growling after you. You're going to get into your fighting stance. You're going to get into your stance and your mind going to be working, seeing where you finna grab him at and body slam him or stick your finger in his eye or if you're going to, how you going to flip him and slam him on his head. You're going to be trying to figure out what you're going to do if the dog come running growling. It's the same principle. Why chase women when all they do is run when you chase them? Don't make sense to me. It's the book of Alpha Running Man, homie. Read it or weep.